All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here on a hump day, a Wednesday night. Just got a watch in from the company AVI-8. Now you guys know my channel. I've shown a number of AVI-8 watches. This was one I really wasn't expecting to come. I didn't know it was coming. They may have communicated with me and maybe not. I'm not really sure, guys, but no bother. It's nice getting a watch in the mail. This is the AVI-8 Hawker Harrier 2. This is an upgrade to their first version of the watch. I wouldn't really call it an upgrade. It's just a different model. They've changed the dial and stuff like that a little bit. They make the Hawker Harriers, in a number of different models, but this is a really cool new version from them. This one is the, let me show you the card here. This is the reference number AV4055-04. There are a number of different color variations and colorways on this watch, different band colors and stuff like that, but a really neat dial layout, applied indices on this watch. It does have some pretty good lume on it. As you guys can see here in the picture, we have these kite style hands on the watch, which look really neat. And then you have a real neat day register that travels from about the 7 o'clock position up towards the 2 o'clock position. Very interesting type of a date indicator. I'm not really used to seeing anything like that. Here in just a second, I will get a different camera angle going. We'll get a little bit closer in front of the camera so you guys can see that. This one comes in the PVD coated case. It's a stainless steel coated case on a leather strap, and as you guys can see up there, the buckle is also PVD coated. So let's go ahead and adjust the camera, guys, and get this up here in hand, get some dimensions on this watch, and let you guys know just a little bit more about it. All right, guys, now getting this up here nice and close for you guys to see. The really neat stuff that's done here on this dial is obviously this kind of turbine style layout they've got here around the minute indices. Very nicely done. Inside of that, you've got the lines all the way around, and then it almost has a kind of a pebbled finish on the rest of the dial of this watch. This is a domed mineral crystal on this watch. They're not running sapphire. They do have applied indices, and as you guys can see, there's quite a bit of lume on those. Here's what I'm talking about, this day indicator, guys, here. It's a really neat new kind of setup. I've never seen anything like this. You guys can see out here on the outside, you have your Sunday through Monday up here at the top. And then on the inside there, it's Wednesday, obviously. You can see the little red indicator there letting you know that it's Wednesday. Really cool. These kite-style hands, now I'm going to try to get it in here close enough. Let's see if we can do a zoom in on the dial here. Now these kite style hands are brushed on the outside of the edges, as you guys can see, and got a hair there on the crystal that wasn't inside the watch. And as you guys can see, very nice detail on that dial there. Date window is at the 9 o'clock position on this watch, so you have a day-date function. Now obviously, as you guys can tell, this is a quartz watch. It says on the website it's running a Japanese quartz movement. Not exactly sure what that is, guys. I'm assuming that's probably going to be something from Miyota or maybe a lower-end Seiko quartz movement. Not really sure, to be honest with you, but gonna run good, gonna keep very good, accurate time. Now, as you guys know, AVI-8 is always kind of a aviation themed, obviously the name AVI-8 and stuff like that, but they've always made these different Hawker variations and stuff like that. This being the second version of, like I said, the Harrier models and stuff like that, but very nicely done. You do have the screws here on the dial that kind of are, I don't know that they actually hold the dial together, but they give that industrial kind of feeling and look like that. You have the 5 through 55 indicators there, the big 0 and the big 6 at the 12 and the 6 o'clock position, obviously in the Flieger style, double dot arrow up there at the top. Very nicely done. This is a PVD coated, excuse me there, get that to focus, PVD coated stainless steel case. Now it does say surgical grade stainless steel, so I'm not sure if that's 316L, but it's going to be stainless nonetheless. On this nice pebbled, weathered strap here, which looks really good on the watch. This is a genuine leather strap here, as you guys can see. Genuine leather there. AVI-8 is stamped into the leather on this side. You do have the matching PVD coated buckle up there at the top with the AVI-8 logo done very nicely. Now, on the back side of the watch here, as you guys can see, if you guys are familiar with aircraft and stuff like that, you're going to know what the Harrier is, okay? A very lethal aircraft, very awesome aircraft, gets the job done. Now, on the back there, you can see they have the AVI-8 right in the center, and then they have the Hawker Harrier there with its full, looks like a weapons loadout. You have a water resistance on this watch of 50 meters, so 5 atmospheres, so probably decent for swimming. You can get this thing wet and stuff like that. You know, what I always tell people is go to the manufacturer's website and look at their water resistance chart and see what they mean with their meters and stuff, if you can swim with it and stuff like that. But all stainless steel. Reference number there, the 4055 and the Japanese quartz movement. Hawker Harrier 2 up there at the top. Now, as usual, you get the signed crown on the AVI-8s, which is a real nice touch. I mean, it matches the, it matches the little logo on the hang tag, as you guys can see. But very nice watch, guys, from AVI-8. I'll probably be putting this watch out on tour in the future, guys. You know what channels I'll be sending it out to. I will leave links to their channels down below. But this is the AVI-8 4055-04. Now, these watches are becoming quite popular, actually. It's funny, I was in a department store recently, and I saw AVI-8 watches on the shelf in a Nordstrom's, and I was kind of like, wow, I didn't know they were actually moving these in stores now, but they definitely are. They're available out there in the market, so if you guys, maybe have a Nordstrom's near you, check the website, see if they've got them in stock, if you want to actually look at one in person. Now, I want to go ahead and get this watch on the wrist for a, wrist shot, and then we're going to go out with a lume shot. It has pretty decent lume. Now, it's already evening here in California where I'm at, guys, so I can't do the outside, so I'm going to have to use the light, but that'll be okay. We'll get a good lume shot anyway, so give me a second here to get this on the wrist. All right, guys, so there is the Hawker Harrier 2 on my 7-inch wrist. Now, I just realized I did not get you guys case dimensions, so before we do the lume shot, I'm going to go ahead and pop on the caliper there, and we're going to get you guys some dimensions. Now, very nice watch, feels super good on the wrist. It's always funny with these PVD-coated watches like this. I don't know if you guys ever notice how they get all squeaky. Of course, it's not going to do it now, but they get this little squeaky sound when the leather rubs on the PVD coating and stuff like that. But I've never had a problem with it wearing off or anything like that. It's pretty good coating, pretty tough stuff. Unless you're really, really tough on watches, if you're wearing them, doing mechanical work and stuff like that, you're probably not going to knock that coating off. But let's pause it again and get some dimensions on this watch, guys. All right, guys, I went ahead and just took the measurements for you. What you're looking at here is a 44mm case from side to side. 51 from lug tip to lug tip, north and south. You've got a 11.7 millimeter thickness on this watch, and you're running 22 millimeter lug openings, guys. So I just barely hit that dial there with the Great Giant Drill Master flashlight for a second. Let's go ahead and do it again. Let's get this thing fully charged up so you guys can get a look and a taste of the lume on this watch. Now, I will tell you, it's bright at first, but it does not last all night long. It's not a super bright, lasting lume. So, but initially, look at it. It's very powerful, very nicely done. So, 44mm case, 51 lug tip to lug tip, 11.5 thickness, and you've got 22mm lug openings. So, all right, guys, that's it from OFD tonight. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Please do. All right, thanks, guys.